Perfect. Alright, let's go loot my own house. My dear Avery, as I already told you several days ago, I may be forced to leave England, if only for a few months, while I'm away, and until my son comes back to London, I want you to take the best care of our house. I already made the entire necessary arrangements to have your wages increased and paid as long as you'll work. You promised me you'd protect my dear wife and serve her to the best of your ability. For that, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. If I am never to return, you're the only man I fully trust. Believe me, your most affectionate friend, Aubrey Reed. I assume Aubrey is my dad. Aubrey is like a unisex name, right? Or like it used to be, now it's just... There's a few names like that that just like slowly evolve over time. Like, yeah, like with Kelly and Taylor and... what are some others that have like shifted with their typical like gender assignments? Joey. That's one. I mean, there's enough names. I guess there's enough names on both sides that start with Joe.
It's locked, all right.
That like, there's definitely a woman named Joey, because it could just be short for Joanne or whatever. Because it's like you got Joe, Joseph, Joey, and then you have Joanne, Joelle. There's Jonah. There's a lot of Joe names. There's Jojo. So it makes sense that that one kind of the thing. Schling. Okay. Do those, and then a generation. Goddamn potassium. Alright. I kind of just settled on ooh. I kind of just settled on this with this one club. I was like, you know what, this is good. And like this hacksaw, I've had them from like the beginning of the game. I'm like, you know what, they're good. I like them. All right, do I want damage or stamina? I honestly don't care about the stamina, so I'll probably just go for damage. The stamina is fine. Like I have tons of it already. So it's like if this costs 3 less, that's not. I'm not gonna care. It might save my life someday, but maybe once. So let's just use more damage. I just need one good handle part. Or no, I need 6 good handle parts. Reading it backwards. I need 6. Yeah, that might. I feel like I'm checking all the vendors, because this first one I got was from a vendor that was just like, here's a book. And I read the book, and I suddenly learned like the next line of medicines. And I keep checking, and it just... Ooh. Switch to fire damage. Or chemical damage. I mean, I can't. I want to do either one of those. I don't have the things for it, but that sounds cool. At 5 stun points. Probably go with the stun points for this last one. I don't know what I'd want. It's hard to say. Depends if I have more trouble against pre-win priests or like vampires and lichens. Depends which ones give me more trouble. potassium. I'm also looking at the one on the very right. If I like the stuff I need. Get myself an even 20. Alright. And then let's get regular regeneration. Just blood. Blood. That's a full blood. I have 110 and it gives me 100. That's basically full blood. Crazy. Absolute craziness. I assume there's no one else. Or there's nowhere else to go. I guess there's like, I could loot something else in this house, but... Shilling? Oh, that was a decent amount. More than usual, 5. I'm coming for you. If he's just gonna sit there and cry for the rest of his life. Can I, okay, I can. Check down. Right, so... Right, okay. This does a decent amount of damage now. Like a really good amount now. Oh, I'm dying from this fucking cloud shit. That was hurting a lot more than I thought. I didn't need to do that last bit, but... You really have to pay attention when those fucking gas clouds are around. Fuck, that shit sneaks up on you. Leads back to the citizen area. Or at least one of them.
Women die too in this war. Women's right to vote is only
Just gonna find I'm gonna find the other people in this area before I go into the actual Ascalon Club. Oh, that's Clarence. Keep wandering around. I unlock the door. Yeah. And that's that main door. What other door did I see? It was along here. It was just like door. I can't go through. Someone was saying something back behind your house. Oh, it was definitely an investigation. Look at Emily's house. Or an exceptional restaurant. Okay. I don't know. It wasn't an investigation. I don't remember a mention behind my house. It was probably Albert, and I wasn't listening. Was his name even Albert? It's just like he's a butler, so his name is Albert. Avery. Oh yeah, there was a voice of someone speaking, saying to someone there.
equality between men and women. Women of all
Just check this way. I have no blood.
Away! There's one of them! Watch yourselves!
I was gonna say get closer together, but I think this ult only hits one. No matter what. Decent amount of damage, though.
Oh, Christ!
Hitting me with your stupid gun? Fuck, these people hurt. Good thing my heal does a lot when I don't have the fucking red line.
Die, beast! I'll kill you!
Fuck, this gas cloud shit is... That shit is so nasty. He just follows you spraying. And it just kills you in like a second. Doesn't hurt them. It's just, it looks like poisonous gas cloud shit, just in general. You'd think it would hurt them too.
Stay away! Over there! There's one of them burning! Watch it!
I'm saving my ult for that dude.
Look at it! Gone up like kids!
Well, that was easy. Can I just not? Well, that goes that way. I don't even want to go that way. I was trying to just go around behind my house.
I don't care!
Wait, neither of them hit? What the fuck? This is bullshit. These are very immune to melee. Okay. Okay. I'm chucking that up to buggy bullshit, because it's like... I did my ult, and I also did the shadow thing, and neither of them fucking hit. Like, I overlapped them, and they just... 0 damage for no reason. Like, he probably would have been almost dead. Oh, there is like a person exclamation point over there. Oh, I was like, why no stamina?
He's dead!
It's on the other weapon.
Let's see how it looks.
The fuck is this? Just randomly lights me on fire. Why is everything so nasty? Fuck it. Yeah, it didn't even say resisted or anything. It was just, nope, 0 damage.
This is now my domain, young Ekon. You're bleeding.
I don't know where the stun's at. It doesn't. I pressed the button. I also pressed the button. There's probably somebody behind this dude. Waiting for help.
Did you hear me?
Making sure I'm on the stun weapon so I can stun and eat him.
He's done for.
Ow. Although in terms of bullshit, the fact that I can use all my stamina to then bite someone and then regain most of my stamina back during the bite animation is a nice bit of bullshit in my favor. I'll just become temporarily invincible.
Are you rascal? I don't care.
Okay. What the fuck? He's immune to shadow. It doesn't say he is. It says he's like immune to blood. He's just immune to vampire powers. Hot ass bullshit. Oh, I'm still alive. He also didn't take any damage from the shotgun? What is... Okay, this has to be just bugged. Like, even when it says red for, like, a resistance, it'll still do, like, a little bit of damage. The only thing he took damage from was a single hit with my club. Blood Spear, nothing. Shadow Ultimate, nothing. The other Shadow thing, nothing. Shotgun, nothing. He just didn't take damage. Okay, I'm going the other way. Fuck this. No, I'll just run around. It'd be faster to just run around.
Women of all countries unite!
Mine.
Oh, I'm not gonna be able to eat him. They drop good handle parts. For the record. Maybe I gotta go up here. Like... Alright, this is for bullshit McGee. He doesn't spawn when I go from this direction, though. He's not here. Wait, where's the thing on the compass?
You Londoners are no
Yeah, he's guarding this door.
You're mine.
He's not taking any damage. What the hell's going on? Oh, he's taking tiny bits. Blood shield? Maybe. Oh, I'm out of stamina. Oh, maybe. He does so much damage. I never considered the enemy could have a blood shield. That actually makes that extremely valuable. I kind of want Blood Shield right now because he like 2-shots me and he's very strong. And like the shotgun does a lot of damage, but it's a 1-shot. I get 1 shot and then I have to reload. Can I just avoid?
He's mine! I'll take it!
Because I want to just fight this dude and nothing else. Maybe they'll fight each other.
Want some of this? So weak.
I'm glad they just stay here and use my serums. At the very least, they'll hurt him a little bit. Although he might just like... Yeah, they're hurting him a little bit. It seems like he has a 3-hit blood shield. The stun still goes through, though. He does no damage to this guy. Yeah, he like 2-shots me. I have... How much health do I have? 840. So to me, he does like 400 damage. So this guy, he does 96 or something. If that. We're seeing 58s. How is this calculated? How is the damage? Is it a level difference thing? Is it like a damage modifier based on level difference? That does exist in a lot of games, so I wouldn't be surprised. I think when he has his blood shield up, I might just use my my blood saw. Oh, fuck. We're in a very awkward position. He has no shield, so it should actually hurt him. I ended up using 2 serums while I was standing there watching, but you know what? It's fucking worth it. I'm now convinced there's a, your level factors into damage taken. Comparative level.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Do you need help, sir?
I think I'm fine. But what happened to my jailer? Be careful. He's as vicious as he is strong.
You don't have to worry about him anymore. What happened here?
I am Tadao Kimura. I was imprisoned by this lunatic for several days. I thought I was going to die here.
You're not going to die now, Mr. Kimura. If you hurry, you should be able to get home safely.
It seems that I owe you my life. You have all my gratitude, Dr. Reed, since it is the most precious thing I possess.
Goodbye, Mr. Kimura.
Right, I can probably talk to him later. He'll show up somewhere. The heresy of pure blood. Okay. I don't care to read those today. Alright, let's go to the Ascalon Club now, because places be hard, yo. The thing I've been looking at all night is as people are, not talking, but listening to me talk when the NPCs are waiting to speak. There's a huge,
Not a safe place.
Oh, I don't have the run up. Whatever.
Over there! There's one of them vermin! Burn!
Oh, I thought my parry would go through that, but I could, like, parry his parry as he stands there trying to block. But there is a great deal of uncanny valley, and just in facial animation in general. And like it's been progressing lately. It's been progressing very slowly. This is actually brought up in I think it was a Jim Sterling video I watched a few weeks ago, where he's like, in terms of like graphical fidelity, most of the improvements have been in environments, whereas people, the animations of people have been largely the same. Like textures get better, but the animation has been very minimal increase in quality and realism. And I was thinking, I think the most realistic facial movements I've seen were just these idle. There were these idle things in Heavy Rain during the loading screens, and it was just like you just look at their face and they're just like subtly like doing things, looking back and forth. And that's probably the most realistic just idling animations I've ever seen. And I know they did that because they mocapped the faces like extensively for those specifically. I remember seeing a bit of like behind the scenes, and you just had the actors' faces with like just covered in mocap dots. And they did that for all of the talking in that game.
Do you know where you are standing right now?
In front of the Ascalon Club, I presume.
The Ascalon Club only summons or ostracizes. What is your business tonight?
I received an invitation. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then, Dr. Reed. Please proceed. Lord Redgrave is waiting on you upstairs.
And I mostly brought it up because I wonder how long it'll be before the standard of animation like
There has
surpasses
been quite a battle here.
Uncanny Valley.
I'm sure the Ascalon Club has the money to replace the furniture.
Like, would it be soonish? Like, we already know, like, it's possible. Like, we've seen animations where it is possible to, like, break through Uncanny Valley. At least with humanoid things. I mostly think about Gollum, where his face was very alive and expressive. And there have been others in the past where you get, like, snippets of, like, really good
enter.
animation where, like, you look into their eyes and it doesn't look like a creepy doll staring back at you. It looks like an actual being. I just wonder how long it'll be before we see more of that on the regular, where it looks like an actual being as opposed to some weird creepy puppet. Beyond Two Souls, Heavy Rain, and Detroit Become Human are all very movie-style games, so they try to do better. Yeah, they're able to put more priority on that because of the way those games are. I meant to play Detroit Become Human. I never did. I never played Beyond Two Souls. I know I was like, I'm not gonna do this one. I'll watch a Let's Play. But I liked Heavy Rain back in the day for all its jank. It gives a really good first playthrough. As soon as you try doing other playthroughs, all of the jankness of it really kind of shines through, and you're like, oh. It's not as expansive as you thought it would be. It's still interesting that, you know, characters can just die and then you just have less cutscenes because those characters are dead. So the things that they would have done no longer occur. Well, that's cool. That's a good blood absorption, actually. 10? 10 by default? That's better than my hacksaw. My hacksaw only does 5, and that's after upgrades. You can make it even better. Couldn't be bothered with doing another playthrough for Detroit Become Human. I think a lot of people did that more because they gave you like a tracker to like see all the shit like that could have happened. And like when you see what could have happened, it makes people want to do it more.
It's locked.
But yeah, I never got around to getting that game. So which door am I supposed to go through here? Also go upstairs. Okay, it's on the other side. I think I ended up doing 2 playthroughs of Heavy Rain. I started another one. I was like, I was trying to like see different things. At the end, I saw enough. By the end, I was like, I'm good now. I think I was trying to like trophy hunt. Back when I actually cared about trophies.
My good friends, if I may have your attention. Behold our visitor, the good Dr. Reed. Newborn of blood so pure and strong that even my friend Fergal Bansher was no match for him.
I still work towards achievements once in a
Come
while, but it's more
forward,
just
young
like a
Anton,
thing to do in a game I
for
enjoy
we
as
have
opposed
so
to a thing I
much
feel I
to
need to
discuss.
do to complete the game.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reed. I am Lord Redgrave, Earl of Bristol and chairman of this exclusive association.
Lord Redgrave.
At last we meet. I've been eager to make your acquaintance. I've heard some astounding things about you. Please
really?
accept my condolences for your loss, Dr. Reed.
Thank you, my lord. Lady Ashbury expressed your wish to meet me.
Yes. The lady has always been a useful acquaintance, though not always reliable. Is she a good friend of yours?
She's proven useful.
She has proved to be helpful on many occasions.
The centuries have taught me never to trust a woman completely, especially if she is a mortal. Too prone to emotions, if you ask me. Too fickle when it comes to important decisions.
My lord, do not expect me to speak ill of Lady Ashbury.
Of course not, and I praise your loyalty. Would you offer the same fidelity to the Empire?
What do you mean?
I speak of the Skull Plague that threatens London and the country. You have been on the front line in the East End, but the time has come to open up a second front here.
The epidemic has escaped the quarantine. You have new cases of the outbreak.
We don't know for certain, but we cannot allow the disease to threaten the prominent heads of Great Britain.
You got all but the fishing ones in Terraria. I don't know the list in Terraria, but I imagine the majority of the getting all the trophies would be an extensive grind on all sides, based on the kind of game Terraria is. Why now?
Why have you asked me here?
Because the crisis is escalating. Our enemies, the Guard of Priwen, have even launched an open hunt.
I had over
The
600
only
hours?
way to calm
Goddamn.
things down is to put an end to the epidemic.
You want me to find possible sources of the outbreak in the West End. Is that it?
Ah, straight to the point, like all eager newborns. We shall have time to talk about all this, Dr. Reed, but first, I should like to get to know you better.
Talk? Is that the only reason you asked me here?
Well, no. I also wanted to meet the intriguing Ekon, who made such a powerful progeny of his sister. You have not learned the name of your maker, am I correct?
It's of no concern of yours.
Have no embarrassment, Dr. Reed. We all make mistakes.
714.9 hours
But
in
whatever
Terraria.
your
God damn.
lineage,
There are very few games
you
that
are
I've put that many hours
definitely
into.
Ascalon material.
What do you mean?
I would like you to become a member of the Ascalon Club, and to serve me as such.
Before I accept, I have so many questions.
Please ask.
What is the Ascalon Club's express purpose?
We follow the credo of William Marshall, the greatest knight who ever lived. As was he, we are sworn to protect the British Empire.
What does Ascalon mean?
Ascalon was the lance wielded by St. George, glorious patron saint of England when he slew the dragon. And like that lance, we pierce the hearts of all our nation's enemies.
You love the game. It looks like a decent game. One that you can just sink time into easily.
William Marshall founded the Ascalon Club.
Not exactly. William Marshall granted me immortality, and I founded the club a few years later. the good knight has been gone for so long.
What does it mean to be a member of the Ascalon Club?
It means that you swear to protect the interests of the crown, that you become a loyal servant of the British Empire.
Do you have any official recognition from the government? A charter from His Majesty the King?
No. Of course, the Ascalon Club publicly supports the Empire, but the true nature of its members remains a secret.
Am I supposed to follow orders?
As founder and chairman of the club, I alone am entitled to make demands of our members, and I do appreciate obedience.
I killed Fergal, who claimed to be one of yours, sent to cleanse the East End of all Skulls. Will his death be an issue?
Do not worry. My priorities have changed. Fergal was a zealous servant of mine, but like any servant, he had his limitations and is readily replaced if necessary.
I agree to join the club.
This is good news. Good news indeed in these crucial times. Let's inform the Assembly formally and proceed with your initiation.
My initiation?
Fear not. Nothing fancy nor dangerous. It is just that we, the members of Ascalon, believe that tradition and custom are the backbone of this country.
I can't help but feel there was some sort of artistic decision as to
My
why
fellow
when you're
members,
asking about the
dear
club,
friends, please
you can only look
gather
at your
and
own
welcome
face.
this Ekon as one of our own.
Is he worthy? Is his blood pure?
Okay, that they said that every time.
Well, speak, Dr. Reed, in front of the most sacred blood. The
No,
blood
there's
of
no
our
option.
beloved
You
William
just,
Marshall.
this is
Speak now.
this is the story. This is part of the story.
Will you serve and protect the crown as he did?
Yes, I will.
Then, young Ekon, it is time to testify with your blood. It is time to sign the Book of Allegiance. I know it's awfully gothic and a tad pedantic, but England's traditions are the backbone of our nation.
I was gonna say. I was just thinking. This is. Well, the word pedantic didn't come into my head. The word trite and arbitrary came in, but pedantic is kind of the same. It's hitting that same itch. Sign the Book of Allegiance. It's just like, it sounds so fucking stupid. And he's like, I realize this is kind of weird. That was kind of weird.
Delightful. Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reed.
I wonder if there's like an
Take
insidious
your
thing
place
behind that.
among the bearers of the lance.
He's not just being like a bloody creep. Like, maybe like drinking a drop of everyone's blood gives him increased powers of obedience over them. Sounds like a vampire thing.
Patrolling last night in the West End, and I spotted at least 2 foreign Ekons. This is an outrage. We shall chase these intruders down.
I was chased by a gigantic Valcod 2 nights ago. I thought it was Fergal coming back, but no. That creature barely spoke English.
Okay.
That went well, did it not? It is always useful to bolster the troops' morale, especially before a difficult battle.
You have the makings of a general, my lord.
I was, though very long ago. Well, not quite a general, but a proud defender of the crown.
So why did you really want to meet me?
Straight to the point again, young Ekon. All right, let's talk, you and I, Lance Sparrow.
I'm listening, my lord.
According to my spies, you have worked with Dr. Edgar Swansea on the epidemic, and your findings were quite alarming.
You were spying on me.
Not personally. I rarely leave this building. But once he found you, Fergal kept me informed. Until you put an end to his mission.
Who was Fergal? I don't see him sipping tea with the others in the club.
Fergal Banshire was my squire of sorts. Even before becoming that magnificent beast, he was a brute. He served me well for decades.
No, I mean, what was he? He was clearly no ordinary vampire.
No, he was a Volcod. All muscles and instinct. Quite the rare breed. Ferociously territorial. Mortals often mistake them for werewolves.
You do know I killed him.
Yes.
Will you bear ill will towards me for his death?
Of course not. Your victory was quite impressive and courageous. You earned my respect.
Do you know Edgar Swansea?
Not personally, but I've been told he has some sort of immortal fetish and is
Yeah.
a good friend of yours.
Does
Yeah,
it bother
immortal
you that I
fetish.
consider
That's
him
him.
my good friend.
You got the right
As long
guy.
as you reveal nothing of the club's inner workings, why should I forbid you engaging in conversation with the good Dr. Swansea?
Yes, I'm convinced the recent invasion of frenzied Scals in London is directly linked to the epidemic. This is not the Spanish flu, but something else.
I would be glad to hear more of your discoveries, Dr. Reed, but for now, my main concern is the security of London's inhabitants, both mortal and immortal.
What do you mean?
Alarmed by the epidemic, the Guard of Prewen has started a war against us British vampires. To appease the situation, we must eradicate the Scals.
I have met peaceful and wise Scals. To exterminate them means we are no better than vampire hunters.
Scals are hideous, shameful creatures that give all Ekon a bad name.
So, what do you want me to do?
I want you to investigate the city thoroughly. I have reason to fear there are cases of contagion in this part of town. Our absolute priority is to find and cleanse them.
And how would you like me to proceed?
By all means necessary, Dr. Reed. You are now a member of the Ascalon Club, and you have carte blanche. Interrogate the locals, follow all the leads you find, and get results.
Level 4. Ooh. Alright, these dudes are not... Oh, you're talkable. Before I do more talkable stuff, though, I'm gonna get some water and whatnot. Take a quick break, so I'll be right back. Alright. I'm higher up in the camera now because I'm sitting on a pillow. A lovely pillow. I've legit been sitting in this chair all
How does
day.
it feel to be this evening's centerpiece? Figuratively.
Oh, this is Aloysius. What did Avery say about him? Fuck. I'm fine with it.
I feel perfectly fine. Do I have cause for concern?
Do not be alarmed. The Ascalon Club has a tried and tested policy for choosing its initiates.
May I ask who you are, sir?
Why would you be interested?
Well, as you seem to be the only man in the room with a beating heart, you draw quite a bit of attention yourself.
Ah, vampire senses never cease to fascinate me. They dwarf those of mere mortals. I am Aloysius Dawson, by the way.
Does he have a wool knitted tie? That's a wool knitted tie.
What can you tell me about Lord Redgrave?
I would not dare speak of our chairman without his consent.
Are you not afraid? You are surrounded by vampires.
Sir, it's for that very reason that I joined
they
the
get to
club
tie?
in the
What would it
first
be then?
place.
Is not the nature of this club a secret shared by only a privileged
Are you
few?
thinking of like an
My dear
ascot or
Dr.
something?
Reed, I have spent years and a fortune precisely to gather that kind of information.
Oh, cravat? Now that, hold on, now that you mention it, I've never really like known the actual definition and specifics of a cravat. Hold on. Let's Google this. Cravat. Short, wide strip of fabric worn by men around the neck, tucked inside an open neck shirt. could be a cravat. Cravats vary quite widely in style, but cravat, yeah, you might be right. Is it pronounced? Hold on, am I even pronouncing it right?
Cravat.
Cravat. Oh my god. Y'all heard that, right? You heard Google say it for me? Oh, we depend on Google way too much.
So you asked for membership?
I have been a member of many clubs in many countries. But I must admit, this one is my favorite.
Maybe cravat is just like the British accent of saying it, as opposed to the actual pronunciation. Prefer odd. I prefer odd as well.
Are you a member of the club?
Yes, I am. And I have been for many years. And will be until the day I die.
What can you tell me about it?
It's not really my place to give you such information. I am merely a mortal member, and a dying one at that.
Are you sick?
Personally, I consider my advancing years are a sickness in itself.
Kind of is.
My body is slowly abandoning me, Dr. Reed.
They have figured out some of the mechanics of aging, and it's actually a purposeful
of Dawson and Dawson,
biological process.
The wealthiest man in England. It is a pleasure to meet such a.
They haven't figured out why yet.
A withering London figurehead, to be precise.
Are you sick, Mr. Dawson? I am a doctor, you know.
My case is beyond the scope of traditional medicine. I have spent fortunes on the world's most competent doctors to arrive at that diagnostic conclusion.
I'm sorry to hear that, sir. Should I suppose that you're here in search of some form of immortality?
Absolutely not. I'm here to implement my plan to save the city I was born in. To cast out the ghastly evil that has us all on our knees.
What is the situation like in this part of town?
I am sure Lord Redgrave will enlighten you more effectively than I.
What do you know about the Guard of Prewin?
I should not say this, but I admire their commitment. This is what the nation needs right now.
What was I saying about sickness? Aloysius is like, well, aging is more of a sickness than sickness is, really. And I was like, well, you could treat it that way, because they kind of did figure out what happens.
But they are our enemies.
They are not mine.
Humans, at least. Actually, no. It was all living creatures, I think, or all carbon-based.
Would you help them?
No.
Like animals, not plants.
There is a time for such methods, but brute force will not be enough to fight this plague. We have to think differently.
Money cannot solve every problem. This mysterious epidemic is going to require more than money can buy.
You're right. Money is nothing unless one has the will to wield it. I have a plan, sir. A radical one that will save all that is essential in London.
What is your plan, then?
Quarantine and barricades are futile. What we need is a wall. A formidable, unscalable wall to isolate the deserving from the infected masses.
I would say that's dangerous.
By doing so, you would create two separate ghettos. What if the disease gets past the wall? The results would be disastrous.
Not if we eliminate all suspected cases of infection as soon as they appear. A necessary sacrifice.
Are you not mistaking sacrifice for summary execution?
Why do you care? Are you not a vampire? Removed from all mortal concerns? Decisiveness is what the city needs, and it needs it now.
Is it just like our cells eventually just burn out due to oxidation or whatever? I'm gonna remember this wrong, because it's been a few years since I heard about this. But it's at a certain point in like the apex of like a creature's life, when it's like young adult to like full adult. When it reaches full adult, cell division changes where it starts to create a byproduct. I think it's like it creates like a protein or an enzyme or something. It starts creating some weird byproduct thing that then causes errors that then like slowly over time kind of cascades and wears down the efficiency and the ability of the cell to do what it's supposed to. And so over time that just accumulates and gets in the way, and then that's what causes aging. I'm remembering the science completely wrong, guaranteed. But what I do remember specifically is they identified what that is, and that it's they've seen it. They've seen this specific. I'm gonna say it's a protein chain or something. They've seen it in many, many different living creatures.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reed.
Can I, like... wasn't able to talk to anyone else. They specifically, in order to do tests, they were like, what? Because they have all the... It's... What if they prolong... Or, like, they negate... They do some sort of genetic thing to, like, negate the production of this protein chain for as long as possible. Because they have CRISPR now, and, like, so you can, like, gene edit very specifically. And, they, more than doubled the life of a ringworm. And the ringworm is, like, it has, like, a 2-week lifespan. And it got to, like, a 4-week lifespan. But the main thing was, it wasn't just living longer, like it was just like older and decrepit longer. It was a young adult longer. So it extended its young adult phase of life until eventually their CRISPR thing failed, and then they began to age normally. And then they died. So it's like they were just younger for longer.
Just suggested I was sired by an ancient vampire.
And it was pretty reliable. And of course a ringworm is like a very simplistic creature, but they were like, well, if we can figure out how to make it work in a simplistic creature, then they're just like, let's just step up in like complicated organisms. And I won't be surprised if like it'll probably be like 30-40 years from now, I bet, where like they'll get up to rats and be like, we can double the lifespan of a rat, and then just they'll slowly eventually be like, hey, we have the literal serum of youth for humans. And then, you know, the rich people will get it only and the poor people will die. And the disparities of life will ever widen. Of course, we'll be dead by this point. I don't think that would happen in our lifetime.
Good evening, miss. Can I help you? I'm a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Am I bitter? Am I nihilistic?
I'm Karina Billow.
Or am I just speaking hard truths?
I don't need any doctor. The rats. Where are the rats?
Miss, you don't seem well at all. Are you afraid of rats? Has one bitten you?
No, it's me who bites them. Tasty, juicy, disgusting rats. I can't stop eating them. Help me, please. Help me to disobey the voice.
She have 2 different colored eyes.
What is the local news hereabouts, Miss Billow?
Shadows. Shadows hunting shadows. Whispers in the dark. Pestilence. Suffering. Death.
Who knows, with this writing in America might level the playing field. It would have to be a legit civil war, which would have to be focused on the wealthy as opposed to just the general shit.
What happened to you?
The rats. The answer hides in their little crunchy bones.
I think the only thing that would fix that
juicy, tiny brains.
in the short term.
Miss Billow, please try to concentrate.
We're getting into politics and probably shouldn't.
Rats so much?
The voice in my
Start
head.
gauging the rich again.
He forces me to do so.
Those jokes are around all the
Drink
time.
their blood, he said. Eat their flesh.
Tell me about the voice in your head. Who is it? Can you describe it? Is it someone you know? Someone you met?
Keep your mouth shut, he said. Don't ever speak about me, or I'll abandon you. Help me, please, Doctor.
Do you feel compelled to obey that voice, Miss Billow? Even if you're loath to submit to it?
Yes. Please. Help.
Tell me about yourself, Miss Billow. What do you do for a living?
Oh, I'm hungry. Need to eat.
There was one set up in front of Jeff
Have you got
Bezos' house.
something
That's
for
pretty
me?
funny, actually.
Blood, perhaps? Can you give me blood, Dr. Reed?
Don't you remember who you are, miss? What you did for work?
I was strong, proud. I campaigned for good causes. But that was before. Before. It does not matter anymore. I'm so hungry.
The thing is, I imagine, like, if we take the Jeff Bezos case, I imagine most people would be like, he's a super rich person, we can't have this, the disparity's bad, it doesn't, you know, like, Amazon workers have, like, a shit. Guarantee people are still, like, they're still using Amazon. Like, there was a very civil way to, like, cut these people down to size, and that's to avoid using their money-making business. Just don't use it. If you're really against these things, try. I mean, I know that's fucking nearly impossible to do that everywhere, because, especially for tech, because like any tech you use, you're helping like massively rich people are benefiting at all times. But if you had a specific vendetta against a certain one, you could do research about the businesses that they have hands in, and then just not engage with them, and like petition people to not use these businesses. Just don't use them.
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic in this district.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Anything unusual?
I have Amazon Prime, therefore I have Twitch Prime,
Infection.
and I know Amazon owns Twitch, so like,
Rats.
I am helping the machine.
Rats. Many rats around that big house. Funny smell too. Dead flesh.
Like in
And
some
where
ways you
is
can't
this
help it, but
house?
in some ways you
West of
can.
Park.
Is the
Not very
thing.
far. A big house with no sound, no light, no
What's
life
streaming?
left.
I mean, the only way to fix that would be for Twitch to go to independent again, which I don't think
must
they
go now.
can.
Goodbye, Miss Billow.
Someone else who's super rich would have to like buy out this specific part of Amazon. I also don't know how big business like that works. I was hoping to give her hints so I could just eat her right away. I'm gonna go eat Avery. Where's my house? Where am I? I want to help her. I'll help her in a minute. I have a butler to eat. I have a crying butler to eat. Oh, he's not crying.
Yes, sir?
I should probably question him first.
I'm currently investigating sources of the epidemic in this part of town. Do you know anything useful?
Not really, except all the Macpherson's servants resigned a few days ago. They feared becoming infected, they said.
The Macphersons? Where do they live?
I think it's a rich house near the railway bridge in the southern part of the district.
This is a cool 4,000 right here. Rumlord.
I fulfilled my promise to your father. This house is now yours, murderous son.
So does he hear that voice in his head? I mean, when these people have like their final words, I also just noticed these flowers in front of the door here. Rumlord. I have a lot of XP. I'll do a few more things before I actually use it. I mean, I did need to go south. What was up with what's-her-face? I mean, I didn't get an investigation or anything, but she's definitely mesmerized by... She's clearly... I'm assuming she's a vampire. Unlike Thelma. It was Thelma? Who were like... She's like, greetings, mortal. And she's like, wasn't, but I think this one is. I was like, how do I have Venus when I haven't met her yet? But I guess because I met Clarence. Oh, the district is serious. I shouldn't eat too many people then right away.
Only the first step.
I'll probably eat Karina though. Okay, it was around here that I saw her originally. This way leads to Emily. Or does it? No, it does. What? What? Okay. The game was like, you cannot go forward, you will run to the side. Okay, where do I jump up? Can I Assassin's Creed this? Well, I unlocked a door, so that's something. Did I try the door? Was there a door I could go through? I didn't try this door on the left here. Is that just my house? No. Maybe I can get in from the other side into this house, and then... I thought I saw a circle for a sec. I can like... Yeah, I can go out that door maybe.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Jonathan,
Oh.
is that you? I did not know you were back in London. Oh, my dear Johnny. I'm so sorry for your loss. Mary was such a sweetheart.
Thank you, Venus. May I come in?
I was going to bed, actually.
Too bad.
I'm sure you can spare me a few minutes. For old time's sake.
Of course you may enter, Jonathan. Know that you are always welcome here. But at this hour of night?
I was not expecting this getup when I saw like her hair and stuff.
It's a pleasure to see you again, Venus.
So you returned from the war in one piece too. Thank God. My Clarence is back home too.
How is the old rascal?
Probably outside, chasing ghosts and chimeras. Clarence has changed a lot since he returned from the war, you know.
Have you noticed anything peculiar about the neighborhood recently?
You mean except for your return to town? No. Oh, and again, Jonathan, please accept my condolences for your mother and your sister. Such a tragedy.
The like...
Thank you, Venus.
The sort of long gloves are like...
It was so sudden.
Awkward.
And I've been so busy, I
as well.
haven't spoken to anyone about it.
I wish I could have assisted at the funeral, but you know, it's been so quick. And what with the epidemic in the streets?
There's no need to apologize, my dear. It's normal, considering the circumstances.
No, it's not. I am sure that Clarence has not even thought to present you his condolences.
He is too busy with his penny dreadful stories.
Why is my return so surprising?
It's more an unexpected happy end than a surprise. You and Clarence, back from the war. You have no idea how hard it's been for me.
How have you been since the last time we met? How long has it been? 3 years now?
I've done my duty, like all British women. You have no idea what it was like to wait for months without knowing if I'd still be a wife or a widow.
I understand. Luckily, this part of town has been saved from the worst of the bombings, from what I've seen.
Yes, and it's also true about the epidemic. The flu has killed here too, of course, but not on such a large scale as in other parts of town.
She is taller than most people.
Venus, why do you worry so much about your family's reputation?
Everyone laughs at Clarence now. And they avoid me because they believe I share his insane opinions. I'm a leper in my own community.
Let's see.
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic in this district. Have you noticed anything unusual?
The McPhersons. I heard they locked themselves in their own house.
They could just be afraid of getting sick.
Perhaps you're right. But if I were you, I'd pay them a visit. A big house, reachable through a courtyard, to the north of the railway bridge.
Good.
Oh, I didn't check, like, disease
What
and
do you need from me,
stuff.
Jonathan?
Goodbye.
Oh, she's fine. Everything about her is a little bit
At
awkward.
least you survived the Great War. I feared the worst.
Gloves at length feel very awkward for what she's wearing. The pearls look awkward for what she's wearing. The gold laurel in her hair doesn't really go with everything else. Also, her hairline's too far back. It looks like everything about her is just like she looks like she looks like a doll that like a little kid was like, I'm gonna like dress up my doll, and like this is what we got. That's what she looks like. Like everyone else looked like a person. She looks like a dressed up doll. It's very odd.
I know that you are always welcome here, but at this hour of night?
Also, that's a shit ton. If those are real pearls, that's a shit ton of pearls.
I'm so sorry for your loss, Jonathan.
Like, I don't know how much a pearl cost back in the day, like a single pearl, but that's probably thousands upon thousands of dollars hanging around her neck. Assuming they're real pearls. Like, why is she not wearing this dress? I guess she's about to go to bed, so she's not gonna wear like a really nice gown. Like a ballroom gown. Maybe it's her laundry day. She's just like wearing whatever's around. Not expecting to go anywhere, so you're just like, who the fuck cares what you look like? Of course, I do that every day when I walk out the door, so I don't fucking care. As long as I don't have like holes exposing. What the fuck? Hello? How do I get out of here? Oh. I was like, surely I like walk along over all the thing and I go over, okay, just
No
wisp
invitation
away.
is needed to enter this building. That can't be a good sign.
Emily's love letter, she ain't here. My dear Jacques, I want to meet you. I can't wait to drink your blood for good this time. Oh, she's turned.
Emily wanted to. No sign of a struggle. It seems Charlotte's friend knew the killer and let him in.
Missed some dialogue. Some dialogue.
Blood. I should follow the trail.
You should dress kind of nicely. I tend to wear, like, casual dress shirts just by default. Like, I'm just comfortable wearing those, so I just wear them. And it's really handy because it means I don't need, like, an office wardrobe. I just wear what I wear. The place where I work, like the office where I work, it's like half warehouse, so it's very casual in that sense. So, you know, I don't have to wear all that bullshit or anything. I've never had to wear all of the bullshit before. I've worked in a few offices, and they've all been like they've always been like business casual, which basically just means just wear a nice shirt and like pants. Like, don't wear things you would wear to like a beach or anything. Like, the only job I've had to wear, like, dress pants for was Subway. And that's just because you have to wear black pants. And I was like, well, I don't have any black jeans. So I'm just gonna buy, like, those $5 black pants that you can get at, like, a thrift store. Or at Walmart or something. So. Oh, it's a person.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same question.
I'm the Marquis de Bois-Colombes, and I strongly invite you to find your own game, sir.
I intend to do so very soon, thank you. But for the moment, I'd like to shed light
no
on the death
flip-flops
of
and
a young
border shorts.
woman killed by a vampire.
A young woman killed by a vampire? Oh, you're joking, right? Oh, I do love the British sense of humor.
What are you doing here?
I recently decided to visit London. I've always dreamed of visiting a city on the verge of collapse. Such a delicate yet intense spectacle.
You take pleasure from others' misery.
I have been a totally depraved and immoral creature since the day I was reborn, sir. And probably before.
What do you plan to do here?
Take pleasure. Take pictures. Enjoy the show. Have fun. Believe me, I won't be the only foreign immortal who bought a ticket to the fair.
And who exactly are you?
I am Jacques-Michel Guillaume Florimond de Marquis de Bois-Colombes, at your service, my dear cousin.
You're French, but your English is quite good.
I was born in France, sir.
I like that one of the questions was, are you French? After he says a very obviously long French name.
So many countries, so many tantalizing tastes.
Dear cousin, are we related?
We could be of the same blood, my dear. I tend to consider all Econs as family, don't you?
I mean, and I killed my family, so maybe.
I followed the trail of blood from her room to here.
Oh, you're referring to that young woman. Yes, the meeting turned messy. I'm afraid I ruined my last redingote.
So you admit you murdered her?
I admit nothing, my good sir. I only regret the blood of that girl staining my clothes. Oh, blood can be so messy.
What happened?
She wanted to become one of us. Not the first time I have received such a proposal, but I must admit her direct approach tempted me.
And then what?
The body rejected my blood. It happens, you know, sometimes even with voluntary prey. At least her gurglings brought me some fun, until the artery burst.
I'm inclined to believe they sound the truth, but I'm still undecided on what I actually want to do. It's not like he's doing anything that I haven't done. He doesn't seem like he's lying. He's just like, yeah, I'm here to enjoy the shit show. You know what?
I believe you, sir. Emily's diary confirms your statement.
Oh, Emily was her name. Quite charming.
I didn't actually. If I read the diary, I probably would have had more
mystery
info.
solved, then.
Yes.
I like sped
suppose
read.
so.
Sped read half of it.
You can go.
And so can you. Farewell, sir. May you enjoy the spectacle of this fallen city as much as I do.
I appreciate his candor. Alright, let's go do this on our way back to...
Women die
Oh, never
too
mind.
in this war.
It's gonna be like, let's go there on our way back to Charlotte, but she's right here.
Good evening, Miss Ashbury.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed.
Oh, I still can't do things. Found out.
I have found out what happened to your friend, Emily.
I can handle the truth. There's no need to hide the bloody details.
Your friend was planning to become a vampire. She thought she'd met an honest one and made a deal with him. Unfortunately, Emily did not survive the process.
My mother told me many times about the risks of being turned. I often suspected she exaggerated the danger to avoid me being tempted.
No, the risk is real. Have you any idea what a body has to endure? To become an organism entirely consumed by its need to process and recombine blood.
I should never have talked to Emily about vampires. I never thought she'd actually try it without me.
Can't believe she
Thank
tried
you,
it
sir.
without me.
Here, take this for your discretion.
Ooh.
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic in this district. Have you noticed anything unusual recently?
A few days ago, I spotted a strange house while campaigning for women's suffrage. Awful smell. No answer when I knocked.
Where is it?
It's the Mullaneys, a nice family who live in a big house near the park in the eastern part of this neighborhood.
Goodbye,
I
Charlotte.
think that's where I was
She's
going
been
anyway.
quite busy these last few nights. I suspect you may see her before me. $35 stun. It's already level 5 on its own. I could give it even more stun. Or just... I wonder if this stacks. Like, would it just go down by 3 every time? Or is it like a or is it like a multiplicative? It's 10% of 30, and then it's 10% of 27, and then it's 10% of 24, and then, yeah, like, does it do that? Or is it just... Did someone else say a different name? There's 2 locations I have to go to, so I think they were talking about both of them. Like, I think this is one of them, and then this is the other.
That building is under quarantine. Could this be what I'm looking for? It's locked, all right.
All right. I can just immediately go around. Oh, it's this lady. There's that door. Hello. Should kill her. Ow. That's okay. I always get a free hit afterwards. I don't like the ones that are like immune to blood and melee. Makes my job way harder. 'Cause my main shadow is like, they have to like sit still. Key spots were just stamina. Wait, what is that in reference to? I forget what I asked. I'm not gonna lie. The steak? Oh yeah, I'll have to go back to a workbench to go find out. I can't be bothered right this second. But yeah, the next time I'm there, just remind me. Just all caps steak. And hopefully I'll see it in time. Steak, yeah, like the food? Steak and kidneys, that's what we need. Is this like any like the poison blight shit is fucking nasty. Like you get hit once and you're just dead. Like you just it just slowly drains away. It's like those fucking. It reminds me of those like branding ghost things in that prison in Dark Souls 3, where they hit you and your max HP just falls. You're just like, you just become so fucking fragile. Or was there some other thing that like breathes on you and your max HP just falls? There was something like that. That's what it feels like. It feels shitty. Just do the rage. Oh, fucking reset the cooldown. That makes me sad. Is that a third one? Oh, he just stood there and watched. That's fine. I can't even stun him fast enough to eat his blood. I'm doing too much damage. The petrifying breath? Oh, like the frogs? They did like the curse cloud, and the curse like auto killed you in that one. That was pretty nasty as well. It was definitely frogs. I watched some Dark Souls 3 playthrough. Well, not a whole playthrough, but like I watched some Dark Souls 3 the other week. What the fuck? Like, look how much it's still just chunking down my health. There's got to be like an antidote serum or something. Like you get hit once and you're just like, no, you're dead now. Like it lasts a while. I'm probably gonna get like a blood sample from something soon, and then one of the serums is gonna be an antidote for these.
I have this thirst for blood.
Yes, I do. I don't deny it. No invitation. Remarkable shotgun, you say? I don't know if it would be like... I guess if it was level... No, it is level 4. It would still do less damage than the current one I have. It's just... I would definitely get more shots off. I'd be able to shoot more. I think that's the main difference. This is like I get one double-barreled shot. Unless I assume it shoots one at a time. And you can reload way faster. I don't know. Is there a one-handed stun weapon? Doesn't look like it. I mean, you can upgrade some of them. Because, like, I'm intrigued by the blood dagger. Because that could be a really good thing. It's just if I use that, then I don't even have it. If I continue to use the stun club, I use this in my offhand in my other setup, I can't have a ranged weapon. I don't want to have one ranged weapon in my loadout. So I kind of just gotta stick with what I have. One-handed stun. Even if it was like... Yeah, it only exists in like the stakes in your offhand. Like a one-handed main hand. Yeah, it does. I don't know. Whatever. Bloodsaw is fine. Bloodsaw plus a shotgun is fine. Alright. Well, I heard them arguing, and then here they are. Jesus! I don't know if that's gonna hit both. Oh, it did. Okay. I think she's the one shooting clouds. Oh, fuck off. Or he. The one with the white shirt. I'm not sure who's who. The one with the white shirt is the one with the plague clouds. So I'm gonna deal with them first. Oh, I just walked into it. Stupid resisting with the thing. Hate it. Fuck. I still hate that move. I will hate this move. I will hate that move until this game is done with. Oh, I'm dead. I got hit by the fucking cloud. I'm also out of stamina. Happy thoughts. I feel like I need to change. I just feel like something needs to change in my... I'm down to my regular serums. Something needs to change in my setup. It's... I don't know what it is, though. Maybe I should go with the coagulation instead of something. The only two that I don't have are the blood shield and like a stealth cloak thing. I'm just wondering, like, it's mostly the blight shit. Like, it's so incredibly nasty. It's like you get hit once by that thing, by this innocuous spreading explosion of clouds everywhere. You're basically on the verge of death. Unless you use a serum. And even then, it's like that was my good. Now I'm down to my shitty serums. So I just feel like I can't. Like, so I feel like something needs to change. Like, if I used a stake for stun instead. Like a stake and, I don't know. I mean, you can add stun to, like, this one-handed club. How much stun does my two-handed do? 18. I mean, the stake does 30. My new stake. I'm tempted to just use my new stake because it's just 30. Like, that's a lot. I don't know. I also should just, I have 11,000 experience. Like, I should just level up.
Coward, you brought this.
I wanted to hear more dialogue. Also, having them dodge on, like, their shadow, or resist on the shadow thing is kind of annoying. Maybe I need more stamina. Fuck. I like I kind of let that one happen. The clouds are fucking everywhere. Also, I should probably just switch to my hacksaw because the likelihood of stunning one of them at this point is pretty low. Now I'm out of blood. I think I'm gonna get the blood shield. Like, hard mode, like, I just take it, also level difference. Like, maybe if I level up a few times, I'll just inherently take less damage, but the amount of damage I take is so high.
Still your tongue, wife.
Liar, coward, you brought this on us.
You infected the whole family. I said I wanted to leave the house.
Well, leave me alone with them while you go back to Convenience.
She tricked me! I love you!
Fucking pathetic pig.
Aren't these supposed to be like highbrow rich people on the West End? I was kind of hoping to get like a sneak on. I also need to not overdodge, because that really fucks my stamina. And Blight Cloud as well. Cool. Oh, I still took damage? I took damage before and after. God damn it. Maybe I should go back to the shadow one. No, no, it's gonna reset the cooldown though. The rage slashy is like, if I level it up, it's a lot of damage to everything. That always hits. That's the main thing. It always hit. I guess they all always hit.
What? Leave me alone with them while you go back to your hole. Fucking convenient.
It potentially hits the most people though.
I love you!
Fucking pathetic pig.
The blood one can hit multiples, but that's not always guaranteed. That T-pose though. It's pretty weak right now. Like earlier it was a lot because like things had just that much HP. I also have a parry with this that I always forget to use. On stamina. What, they both their stuns went up? Oh no, it didn't. Why did their HPs go up? Like both of them. I think one of them like lunged on me, but only one of them did. God, the cloud shit's just fucking everywhere. Every time she jumps around. Oh. I'm barely even hurting them. I'm gonna switch to the shadow thing. She's not resistant to shadow, so. Yeah, I don't know what exactly they were healing. Are they healing every time they hit me? Or just like the bite? If it's the bite where they like lunge on me, that one makes sense. But I noticed that both their health, like both of their health bars went up. It seemed like. I just looked down. And it was like they were nearly full HP again. I was like, what? It seems to share healing. That's fucking bullshit. Right, I was switching my ultimate. It's gonna reset the cooldown, but.
You cheating bastard!
Still your tongue, wife!
Liar, coward! You brought this on us!
You infected the whole family! I said
I might be able to sneak on. Oh, never mind. Yeah, it reset my cooldown. Now I'm like watching their health bars. I'm afraid to use any of my blood on offensive powers, because I'm constantly in need of healing. Just gonna do this. Damn it! I guess it was kind of greedy, but whatever. Alright, this is a good start. I got a good start here. Oh, fuck. Oh! I cheesed it! I dodged a hit with my ult. Now I'm in the cloud. He's almost dead. But you know, I'll just be in the fucking, I'll be in 3 clouds, lose all my stamina, and then just get slashed in the back. I'm getting so fucking salty from this. This is so dumb. That was a good one too. I will say that was a good one. She was almost dead. I get rid of her and the fight's gonna be like easy peasy. There we go. What the fuck? Sometimes I dodge and then there's like no, and then I dodge into them and then I don't move, but it like takes the animation of my dodge and then it's like I can't do anything again and then I get hit. And I'm exactly where I don't want to be. And then I tried using my ult again and then he like stunned me out of it and then hit me. I'm not gonna stop complaining until I beat this. Surprised he didn't hit me earlier. What the fuck? Every time I do this, he just immediately lunges. Did I just use 2 serums? I just used 2 serums somehow. Also, the tracking on that was like to the side. That still hit me somehow. Still hate that move. I'm gonna die from these fucking clouds. Like, literally, I do anything, and he just, like, super runs, like, just into the back of me. Doesn't matter what I do. Any animation I choose other than dodge or attack, and he's like... just like, no, fuck you! I wish I could get like a double hit after my shadow step. I'm like stuck into a single attack animation. Oh, then she explodes in a cloud, because of course she does. We'll use all of the shit to kill this fucker. I hate. I'm so focused. I really don't want to die right now.
I've never seen such a radical mutation. Could it be a new stage in the disease's evolution?
There are some things about the combat. It's not necessarily it's mostly the enemy's moves that like it just wears you down and it just feels shitty. Let the power of rage fuel you. That's usually what I do. The amount of times I rage queued into Overwatch was way too high. Darling, thank you for the precious perfume and the fur coat. I can't wait to feel your hands on my shivering skin. For only you, my hero, can make me feel that desired. Please come back to me soon, for I'm dying to press my timid bosom to your chest again. Yes, my beloved, my precious, come back to me, and I promise you a night of eternal and unbridled passion. Right now, I'm wearing nothing but your last gifts. Oh yes, I'm burning for you. I can't wait for you to share my untamable lust. Doris Fletcher. That would be the whore that she mentioned.
Had an affair with Doris Fletcher.
He said Doris's name like he knows who she is. Alright, is there anyone else I can eat before I go to bed? I mean in-game. I'm gonna play a little bit later tonight. Because, you know, I don't have to work tomorrow, so... I mean... You eat Richard. I don't really give a fuck about him. Although this place is still pretty critical, I should probably leave it alone. This place is really healthy. If I knew... No. I feel weird, like... Especially if I, like, ate one of the doctors. I just feel weird about doing it. Clay's almost not... Clay's not even really worth... He's not worth eating anymore. And honestly, like, I don't care about... I don't have a side between their feud, so I couldn't be like, I'll just get rid of the one I don't like. Like, I don't have a side. I'm like, Tippett is fine. Pippa's fine. Like, I could eat Pippa just for the sake of it. Maybe I will do Richard. It shouldn't go hostile. Should it? In any case, that's the next course of action. Oh, hello. More blight shit. Can I just not? Am I gonna die trying to leave? Oh my god, there's 3 of them. Cool. Get kind of stun locked by the speed of this. So that's cool. Right, they also explode in blight bullshit. And then I got stuck on a fucking tree. That was, like, not to my side. It was vaguely behind me, which meant I couldn't dash to the left. Although, it is good to know that they kind of get stun locked by my hacksaw. So...